Alright, what's going on everybody? It's Thundershot. Today I'm bringing you some Super Saiyan God Goku gameplay. So, as it turns out, when I did the playthrough of Battle of Z, I ended the playthrough, and in the very last mission, on the end of the game, you actually unlock Super Saiyan God Goku. Now, not only did I end with that, I never even actually got to fight Super Saiyan God Goku, and I probably never will. At least in-game. I might be able to fight a Super Saiyan God Goku online or something, but there's actually no mission in the entire game where you fight against a Super Saiyan God Goku. So go figure, I didn't even get to put out a Super Saiyan God Goku video. But yeah, here he is in all of his glory. I'm playing with him right now. I actually, for my bonus cards, just so you guys know, I have 2 melee card ups on, or they're called like Dende something or other. But what they do is they're 2 melee card ups, or 2 card up, they give you 2 extra melee card slots is what I'm trying to say. I'm getting tongue-tied here. So I have 2 bonus melee card slots, plus I've bought in with extra PP. It was on the weekly bonus thing you can buy. I have an extra melee card which gives me plus 100 melee. So my melee is pretty stacked right now. And that's good because that's what kind of character Super Saiyan God Goku is. He's a melee type. Now as far as the gameplay goes, I was going to give a review on him before this with some older gameplay I had with him from right after I beat the game that I never showed. But for whatever reason, I think I deleted that footage by accident or something, or the file got corrupted, it got destroyed, something like that. So I had to go ahead and I had to refilm it this morning, which isn't a big deal. And I'm actually glad I did, because before I refilmed it, the review I would have given for God Goku wouldn't have been very good. And some of the points I would have had are still there. But basically what wouldn't have been good about it is he's not different from the other Gokus in almost any aspect. In fact, he's almost not an upgrade at all from Super Saiyan 3. His R2 might be different than Super Saiyan 3 Goku's, but I don't think so. His R2 is the same thing as Bill's, where if you push and hold R2, you'll immediately snap to the enemy. And then his L2 is the same thing that every single Goku has had since we got the very first Goku. It was known as Now I'm Really Mad before. It's also been known as I'm Angry. I don't know. He's called it a few different things, but it's the basic thing where if you just tap L2, he'll power up for just a split second, and then he'll full-on charge the enemy. I did it right there. Charge the enemy, and you can keep tapping it for a bonus combo, but he charges right up to him. Here, we actually did it to each other right there. Or we're about to. Maybe it happened earlier. It might have happened earlier, but me and the Super Saiyan Goku actually charged each other right off the spot with the same move. It was pretty cool. But yeah, it's the Now I'm Really Mad or whatever. He charges up for a second. You could charge it for longer if you want to go a further distance and pack a little bit more of a punch, but then you just hold L2. You're going to win almost any melee fight you engage in with that attack. So it's a pretty solid attack, but it's the same attack we've had for what, are we up to 4 Gokus now? We had it for regular Goku, Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3. All had that as their L2 attack. There's been absolutely no change. So it's not the most... I'm not going to say it's not the most impressive thing in the world. It's a good melee move, and it's only amped up by the fact that Super Saiyan God Goku has a crazy base melee stat anyways. Plus, with all the cards I have on him, I think my melee is literally almost as high as I can get it, which, I mean, you know, is something pretty hard to beat. So he's definitely, like, one of the best melee characters out there, but aside from that, I don't know, he just kind of... He didn't have the wow factor that I was expecting. Like when I played Bills, for example, you can go back, you can watch the last part of my Battle of Z walkthrough. When I played Bills, I loved Bills. Bills brought something completely new to the table. He had a counterattack that I didn't even figure out, but turns out it's a counterattack, and if they try to hit you, you'll counterattack them. But I didn't even know about that. I didn't know how it worked. I wasn't sure what the move was at the time. But aside from that, his special brings something new to the table. I talked about his L2 earlier, but he uses the same Kamehameha wave. Now, I know we were expecting Goku to have a Kamehameha wave, but still, I wanted something different. I wanted something about Super Saiyan God Goku to be really cool other than just a change of appearance, you know? Because he's using the Kamehameha wave that every Goku's used. Almost every Gohan, except maybe Kid Gohan, has used it. I mean, you know, Goten has it. Super Saiyan Goten. Almost everybody in the game at one point or another, except, I mean, you know, some of the other main characters like Vegeta and Piccolo and stuff, use the Kamehameha wave, or a beam that looks very similar to it. The thing about Bills that wowed me was that his super attack, although Bills is a melee character, I'm pretty sure. I'm like 99% sure Bills is a melee character. But although Bills is a melee character, his super attack, it was something completely new. It was something completely different. Usually characters, like 50% of the characters have what is like, it would be like a beam, just a straight ki blast, like a Kamehameha wave, a chained ki blast. And like 49% of the other characters have a big ball that they shoot. It's a big ball ki blast that will sometimes track the enemy and hit them. Sometimes it just goes in a straight line to where the enemy was. And then Broly, I think, has 2 big balls. I think he's the only one who's different. I might be wrong on that, but for the most part, that's it. Their super attacks. Oh, and then the other, like, Trunks-like super attacks are Cell's Perfect Barrier, where they affect the area around you. I even left in here his energy share, for example, just to show how weak the Kamehameha wave was. Now, my cards are maxed out on it, right? And it took me 2 Kamehameha waves to shoot it down. Go back and look at how long the first one took to drain it, because if that was Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks right there, and granted he's a Ki Blast character, but if that was Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, one of his super attacks would have drained the entire meter. No problem. Just to show a difference, like, God Goku's Kamehameha wave didn't even pack the punch I was hoping for. Like, I know he's a melee character, but if the fact that Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks super attack is doing more than his, just kind of doesn't set well with me. Now you're going to see me get kind of cocky here. I'm going against Super Saiyan 3 Goku to kind of show it off. I go ahead and I tell my teammates to back off completely so I can 1v1 Goku. And I actually start out really strong here, but I screw up somewhere along the lines. I run out of energy, and when I run out of energy, I get dog-tired right in front of Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and he kicks the shit out of me and costs me a retry. So that kind of sucks, but it's not a big deal. Just figured I'd point it out. I was trying to 1v1 Super Saiyan 3 Goku here, and I ended up burning a retry. I got him. I never once told my teammates to attack, but I did. Technically, I lost once. But the computer kind of has an unfair advantage where he can like snap vanish away to the other side of the map, and there's no way for me to do that, at least to the best of my knowledge. I've never been able to pull it off. But yeah, that's besides the point. Anyway, so Goku's Kamehameha wave is the same as everybody else's Kamehameha wave. Now, those are like the bad stuff. Like I said before, the good things about him is his melee's up and all that stuff, but like I said, he just doesn't bring to the table what... He doesn't have anything special about him. I've said it before, I'm repeating myself now. But, I mean, you know, Bill's super attack, I never even got to talking about what Bill's super attack was. Bill's super attack was, he fired off the big ball that, like, everyone has, and then he followed it up with a laser shot, which everyone has. Now, that's a really sick combo because it does a crap load of damage. It's something new, it's something different. Bill's L2 is the same thing as Super Saiyan God Goku's R2, in that you immediately snap to the opponent, like I just did right there, and you start beating the crap out of him. So, I don't know. At least Bill's super attack had something, but Super Saiyan God Goku is by no means a bad character. I'm not talking crap on him. As far as a character goes, if you need a melee character, there's going to be no one out there better for you other than Super Saiyan God Goku, I'll tell you that. Just because of all the melee power he brings, his base stat, and then what you can jack up on him in cards. And then he's really good. I didn't get to even talk about the positives about him, but it's just like every other Goku has had. He's got 2 really good gap closers in that you can hold the L2, you can do the Now I'm Really Mad, he'll fly really far, and he can beat the crap out of people with a string together combo. And then on top of that, his R2 just simply snap vanishes straight to him, just starts beating the crap out of him right away. So he's a good melee character, don't get me wrong. I was just hoping for something a little bit more exciting. And you might not like my opinion on that one, but it was Super Saiyan God Goku. It's the entire reason they made the game is because Battle of Z came out and Super Saiyan God came out, and he just didn't quite live up to the hype I had for him. But yeah, that's all I've got on Super Saiyan God Goku. Keep an eye out for tomorrow's video where I'll be doing Whis and kind of reviewing him because I didn't get to play him either. I got to play against him very briefly, but I never got to actually play as Whis. So I'll be reviewing Whis briefly. Also, later today, I've got a video coming out on what I think the best Dragon Ball game in the world would take, what I think it would take to make an absolutely perfect Dragon Ball Z game. So keep an eye out for that one. And then once that video gets up, around 5 or 6 Central Time, North American, of course, I am going to be live streaming Fallout New Vegas. It's been a few days since I've done that. I figured we may as well get back into the swing of things. So keep an eye out for all that stuff. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you liked the video. As always, I'm Thundershot, and I'm out. Peace, guys.